Good day to the panel. My name is Alif Ivan B. Kamarudin from University Technology Mara. Today, I will be presenting my study titled The Challenge to Electric Vehicle Adoption in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. A bibliometric review. Introduction. The global and regional issue. To begin, let's look at the global issue. The world is aggressively transitioning toward sustainable transportation to fight climate change within Asia. The EV market is surging, but we see a highly uneven landscape. Thailand has firmly established itself as the regional leader, thanks to proactive subsidies and an expensive network of over 2,500 charging stations. On the other hand, Malaysia and Indonesia are still in their infancy, wrestling with low initial adoption rates. Next, problem statements and significance. This brings us directly to our problem statement. Despite an exponential surge in scientific literature, heavily spearheaded by Malaysian institutions, there is a stark disconnect between academic research and real-world market penetration. For instance, Indonesia EV market penetration sits at low by 1.47%. Why is this happening? Consumers suffers from severe range anxiety due to inadequate charging networks. Indonesia has just over 1,100 public charging stations, while Malaysia and Thailand struggle with several infrastructure gaps in rural areas. Furthermore, the upfront vehicle costs are too high and the environmental benefits are heavily undermined because our electricity grid still rely heavily on coal energy. Conducting the study is urgent if we want to turn academic data into functional policies that help this nation hit their net zero carbon goals. Next, proposed conceptual framework. This is my conduct the study. To analyze this dynamic, I propose the conceptual framework shown on screen. It evaluates how to measure forces, electric vehicle markets, trends, and government policy support across Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. Influence the overall electric vehicle research output indexed in the Scopus database. These frameworks help us understand how closely academic focus shift to solve real-world industry limitations as markets evolve. Next, propose the relationship among variables. Based on this framework, I have established the three core hypotheses. One hypothesis and two hypotheses and three hypotheses position that there are significant relationships between the respective EV market trends of Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, and their subsequent university research outputs. Literature shows that as commercial markets grow, economic focus naturally shifts. For example, in Malaysia, research heavily targets renewable energy integration, while in Thailand, it mirrors strong policy implementation and consumer trust. And for lastly, expectation, contribution, and conclusion. Ultimately, this study offers critical contributions. It builds a harmonized data-driven framework that bridges the gap between consumer intent and actual vehicle sales. It provides actionable insight for policy refinements, optimize the public charging infrastructure layouts, and strategic cost reduction model tailored to the unique economic landscape of the Asian region. And that's all for my presentation today. Thank you.